Good morning, law aspirants. Yes, the CLAT aspirants. We are starting up a new series of vocabulary. See, there's a lot of hue and cry related to the CLAT paper. The pattern changed pattern, reading given a very important pivotal role in the CLAT paper. Everybody running after the Hindu, the editorial section, this, that, and so on. So we are starting off to boost up our students' vocabulary, a vocabulary section every day. Right. Diwali gift we gave you the newspaper, and the New Year gift is the vocabulary, right? So to begin with the vocabulary section, since I'm going to meet you every day, I'm going to tell you about a lot of tidbits related to vocabulary. Since it's the first class related to vocabulary, I want to give you some tips here, very, very important. First thing, what comes in the student's mind is that, see, directly questions aren't asked. If you've gone through the sample paper of CLAT and there was a lot of problems related to the corona pandemic, Bangalore entering and then NLAT and then NLAT again, CLAT and so many things. I think this time we had these, all of us faced these problems. But the CLAT paper which would come in the next year, that is 2021, would have all the questions, direct questions of vocabulary too. They're given it in the sample paper also. First thing, the first most important thing is that you can have a direct question on synonym or antonym. This is the word, there are 4 multiple choices, you have to choose the synonym. Or there is a word and you have 4 words there and you have to choose the antonym, right? So this is a direct question. Besides that, what importance it is? You can have analogy question, you can have a sentence completion question, you can read the passage like he is a, for example, gregarious. Now, who will tell you the meaning of gregarious there in the passage you are reading? So, that's very important. Pivotal role vocabulary plays in every form. In fact, vocabulary is the backbone of English. We all need to have a strong vocabulary, and lawyers who are doing CLAT, the CLAT aspirants, it is a must, right? Now, for a robust vocabulary, there are 4, subheadings of English: reading, speaking, listening, and writing. And for reading, as Francis Bacon said, reading makes a complete man. For your reading, we are starting up the vocabulary section. See, right from my childhood, I've been a patrician, right from my childhood. From my kindergarten, I was told, write 10 words a day, maintain a notebook, vocabulary notebook. Maybe many teachers you also have come across have said the same. I followed the same. 10 words every day and write their meanings, jot them down in your diary. See, if that happens, 10 words a day you write, we do follow it, and 300 words a month, 13 to 10, and 3650 words in a year. That means 12 years you all have been studying English. That means the dictionary must be over, because 3650 into 12. That means around 36,000, 40,000, 50,000 words must be there. But it doesn't happen. The problem with all of us is, see, forgetting is a part and parcel of human life, our memory. So we are introducing a very, very interesting method. The best part of this method, the root method, is that it will remain in your memory forever. You will enhance your vocabulary, it will be in your mind forever. You may forget your name, but you won't forget the word. What a challenge that I'm offering you. You may forget your name, but not the word. Even in your, even in your dreams, you would say AB means move away. AC means sharp. Belly means warlike. Kata means down. This is the best part of this method. We won't even if we try, we don't have to do any mugging up. It's a very scientific method. See, it works into 80 to 90% of the words. 10 or 20% words, it doesn't work. But that doesn't matter, because the major portion of our vocabulary is covered by. Not taking much time, coming up to that point, you could write all your comments, all your doubts, all your problems in the chat box. Right. So, starting with the first reading section of vocabulary, what you must read, what you must do, it's very important. Starting up with the first thing of the vocabulary solving strategy. First thing, enhance your vocabulary utmost. At least do a lot of reading, 5 pages a day. It's the must, it's a must thing. No mugging or learning, but consistently you win the game. Read fiction, read newspapers, keep reading. Most important thing, keep reading. I'll suggest you some books, novels, short stories. You should read them. Every day you should read them. Coming up to the novel section, I'm prescribing you some novels. This is a novel by Jane Austen, Emma, Pride and Prejudice. Animal Farm, it's about, you know, Russian Revolution, how Stalin took over, what were the things. It's also an allegory. It's one of the important forms of English where the original names of the persons are changed and they are given fictitious names. So, Animal Farm, you could read Jane Eyre and the one that is Mayor of Casterbridge, right. This is a bit cut off, but I think I would read out the name to you, so that will be clear to you. So, Mayor of Casterbridge. I could show you the name here. I think it's clear to you here. Mayor of Casterbridge. Okay. This is a wonderful novel by Thomas Hardy. Turning up to the next list, if you have jotted down the name, short stories. I'm prescribing you some short stories to read. See, this is an initial beginning state for especially those who are starting up reading. If you're already reading the editorial section of the Hindu, you can read it simultaneously. It's very good reading capsules for you every day. You'll feel a difference after reading them. The short story which I'm prescribing you here, this is the first one. That is Model Millionaire. This is a wonderful short story about a person, Huggy Erskine, who says unless one is wealthy, there is no use in being a charming fellow. You may be beautiful, you may be handsome, but what important is you should be a lawyer, right? Because it's very important you should be earning, right? And law is a lucrative profession, so you have to join that. A Cup of Tea about the jealousy, which is a universal human feeling. It, you know, probes deep into the human psyche. It goes into the mind of the protagonist, what is a person thinking, and deep pry and investigation is done. Wonderfully done by Catherine Mansfield. Worth reading. Karma by Khushwant Singh. It's an Indian writer. Khushwant Singh you must be all aware of. He is also won various Indian prizes, and it tells you as you do so shall you reap. Wonderful story of an Anglophile, a person who loves British things and he's living in India. He gives sordid details about India, Indian tradition, Indian customs he's not at all happy with. And the next you should read is The Gift of Magi, O. Henry. Wonderful story. It's about sacrifice, love, affection, relations, which gifts to be given, what do the husband and wife do for each other. You know, moralistic story, fables in fact we could say so, but although they are not fables, they are wonderful reads, right? These are some of the short stories that I would prescribe you to read. I hope you jotted down the names, right? If you missed any, I'll just show you the slide again. This is for the novel section, the 5 novels I'd asked you: Emma, Pride and Prejudice, Animal Farm, Jane Eyre, and Mayor of Casterbridge. Yeah, I do get the comments, ma'am, you speak fast, so I'm in a habit of, I'll try to be a bit slow in that. In the short stories, if you have missed any name, Model Millionaire, A Cup of Tea, Karma, and The Gift of Magi. See, if you are a very slow reader, start with short story. If you're a very fast reader, start with novel. If you're a mediocre reader, see, you have to decide over it. So in that case, go with essays, wonderful essays. You know, what is essay? The newspaper articles you are reading right now, in fact, they are all essays. They are the ones which are there for the editorial section. So, that is wonderful read for the essay section that I give you the list here for wonderful essays, right? Forgetting, a wonderful essay by Robert Litt. Golden Age by R.L. Stevenson. Of Friendship, you know, Francis Bacon is the father of essays. In England, he was the first writer of essays, and he wrote a forestic essay full of epigrams loaded with meaning. It was said that he was himself an encyclopedia. If you read that essay, you breathe in vocabulary, you breathe in vocabulary. That's what I would say. 8 pages essays, your mind would be churned. You would understand what actually literature is, right? Spider and the Bee by Jonathan Swift. El Dorado. You know, we also had a question in CLAT for El Dorado. What is the meaning of the word El Dorado? An imaginary place, right? So, it's a place between Orinoco and Amazon, a place which is full of gold, right? And Convalescent by Charles Lamb, and Tight Corners by Evie Lucas. Please do write it, start with it. Go for your reading section, more and more emphasis on the essays, short stories, novels. See, I have told you, my suggestion, my advice is, a very fast reader you are going to read? Yes, novels. Very slow reader you are going to go for short stories. And if you are a moderate reader, go for essays. You can go for all the three things if you want to. See, reading would never, deprive you of anything. It will be always a feather in your cap. Right. So let's start with our root section today. I'm not diverting from the topic. This was just to give you a briefing about the reading section which you must go through. Right. Starting with our first root today. That is AB. Just clean up the slate of your mind. Yes, Wordsworth said that mind is a tabula rasa. Tabula rasa means a slate in which you remove everything. So right now, focus, concentrate, understand just one thing. What is that one thing you have to keep in mind? The one thing you have to keep in mind here is that AB means move away, right? This is only thing which has to go deep in your mind, one meaning of this root. I'm going to not take many roots today. This is a very long root. It's going to have many words. You will yourself feel with one root you learn 50 words, and that also just in 5 minutes, right? 5 minutes. Only thing at the back of your mind, at the back of your curtain is AB means move away, right? The first word, first see the list of the words: abduct, abort, absorb, abrasive, aberrant and abnormal, right? So when we have these words here, AB means, when we did this word, AB means move away. In that case, this is what we have to highlight in our mind, right? Now, whatever may be the common meaning, we are reading out the meanings of these words. What is it is first thing very, very important, that you must know that all these words have one meaning. What is that one meaning? That is move away, keep away, right? You could write here, keep away. Okay, let's turn to the first word, right? The first word is abduct. The word abduct means kidnap. So when the child was abducted by the terrorist, he's kidnapped, move away from the parents, right? Abort, she aborted the child as the child was handicapped in the mother's womb only. That means killed. Again, giving away, not allowed to rise up, not even allowed to grow. Absorbed, she was absorbed in her studies in vocabulary section. That means you're so much deeply engrossed, you're so much engrossed or involved in it that you forget what is happening around. So you keep away from the world, keep away from all the things, right? Abrasive is scrapping away, totally removing something. Aberrant is wander away. You move away from your target, maybe moving in a zigzag way, not sure, you are meandering. Another word we use for this, yes, you are meandering. Abnormal, such a simple root. Ab means move away, normal, away from normal, not being normal, that is abnormal. Simple. So keeping away from normal, I hope you've jotted down the words, every one of you. What is more important is not the word. What is more important is the root. The AB root means move away. Right. Turning to more words in this context. Okay. See the next list of the words here. Absent, move away from a place. Abort. Abort is actually a part of euphemism. It actually means, what is it? You leave heavenly abode, you go, it simply means you die. You leave earth and you go to heaven to live there. That is euphemism. Abluate is to fly away. Abdicate is you move away from power. In simple words, you resign from your job or anything, right? Abjure is you leave or renounce the world. You take a swear that I won't be a part of it. That is abjure. Ablution, very important word, after the dead body's ablution, the bodies in Hindu sanskar, it is one of the very important words. I found it even in LSAR paper. Ablution was done. Ablution meaning. So AB means you just wash up that thing, you clean up that thing. It's a religious rites cleaning of a dead body because you are going to enter to heaven, to a new place. That's why it's important. Abnegate is relinquish or give up. छोड़ देना कोई चीज को, give up. Long list of the words 7 to 13. See 13 words which each every a synonym and an antonym added to it. Your mind overflows with words. Coming up to the next words, the last in this, I've just taken one root today. Abolish, Sati Pratha was abolished by Raja Ram Mohan Roy. Abrogate, to repeal, keep away from something. Aberration, rubbing away. Abscond. Now, when we have abscond, abscond means to run away. You know, you elope, you flee, you fly away, right? So he absconded, the police, the thief absconded when he saw the police, run away. Absolve, this word has come very often in one word substitution. This is exonerate or exculpate. आपने सुना होगा ना, बाइज्जत बरी किया जाता है, right? Salman Khan has been absolved from the issue, from the case, right? That means acquit, exonerate, exculpate, free from charge or blame. Abstergent is a cleanser which is removing dust, like we have those, you know. Yeah, right, very good. We have those cleaners at home and we do that. So the words which have to be prominently remembered, abscond and absolve. And the most important thing, just one root for today, and this one root makes a difference in your mind. What does the meaning of the root? AB means, come on my students, loud. AB means move away. Very good. Fine. So I hope you've understood and you liked the class today. Please like बटन दबाना मत भूलिएगा, सब्सक्राइब करिए इस चैनल को. यू विल सी, यू नो, एडिंग अ लॉट ऑफ वर्ड्स टू योर माइंड एवरी डे. फाइन. थैंक यू स्टूडेंट्स.